Now, a couple other things you can do. I'm just going to cover a couple things that I definitely do and I've heard of here, but lots of stuff you can do. You know, you can do simple stuff, just using the dyes within the resin. Most people know about that. Most pen blanks are just crazy swirly dyed stuff that you can easily do yourself. And I think you've probably heard me talk about it. I like doing this stuff with this gnarly wood. Throw them in a mold, dump some resin all over it, and then when you cut out the square blanks and then turn it round, man, you get some really amazing stuff. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to use wood you would never use for anything in any other, you know, instance for the most part. It allows you to see parts of the wood that you don't typically see, you know, in wood turning. And it allows you to save nice pieces that are just cracked, or you know, if you'd be worried to maybe chuck it up with just wood because you'd be worried it might come apart. Now if you cast that with resin around it, it ain't coming apart. It shouldn't anyway. Couple things that people do, pine cones. Cool thing about this is the resin fills all these air, you know, the open areas, so you get some really wicked kind of things when you, especially when you turn it round. Pine cones turn out really cool. I think most people have probably heard of the coffee bean blanks. I think that it's a really smart idea to make your own because those things are difficult to turn. You know, the coffee beans are so brittle that they crack. Well, if you can make a whole batch of them, then you're not really that worried, you know, but these things cost like $5-6 a piece, I think, when you go buy them at a store. So make a whole batch. That's pretty cool. Now, just to let you know, most when you're going to use wood products, wood type of things, coffee beans, I would highly recommend you stabilize it. If you're going to do this where you cast wood in the acrylic, I would highly recommend you stabilize the wood or pine cone or, you know, whatever. I even tried stabilizing these coffee beans. That one I'm on the fence. I don't really think that that's really necessary. I don't know that it does that much to them. They're still brittle, but they did turn a little bit better, but I don't know about that. But for the most part, pine cones and all types of wood and stuff like that, I would really recommend stabilizing it. That way you get pretty much zero wood movement in the future. Now, that's not to say I've done a lot of things where I've cast non-stable. You know, I just started stabilizing, so I've been doing casting longer. I just made sure the wood was dry, you know, before I could stabilize it, and I think that you can get satisfactory results. I've never had a pen blow up or you know, the wood move or anything. However, I was using very dry stock, so if you can't stabilize it, use very dry stuff. I mean, you can even literally cook it, you know, put it in one of those little ovens or something like that for about half an hour. At least it'll get as much moisture out as possible, then cast it, you know. We've covered most of the things that I think most people know about, you know, acrylic and molds and, you know, wood with acrylic. One of the other things that you can do that I'm interested in, I've gotten, I don't know, so-so results so far with it. I haven't done a lot of it. Is actually doing things with the tube and then casting clear around it. So this is a sticker. This is a Wood Whisperer sticker. The back of this thing is gray, and that's because you've got to paint the tube usually. So there's a lot of little steps involved with some of this stuff when you get into this, but generally you're probably going to want a painted tube. The sticker choice that you use, you know, the specific type of sticker that you use really makes a difference. This Wood Whisperer sticker worked fine. I just stuck it on there, made sure it was all, you know, flat, no bubbles underneath or whatever. Stuck it in one of these molds, poured clear resin around it, and you know, this is what you got. And what ends up happening is it has that kind of a magnifying effect, like the paperweight things or snow globes, where it kind of magnifies whatever's under there. So it's pretty cool, and there's a ton of possibilities of things you could do with this. People do stamps, so, you know, some people collect stamps, or I don't know that I'd use a collectible thing and do that, but you can put stamps, you know, all around your pen tube, and then you need to seal those usually because they're pretty much paper for the most part. Maybe some of the newer stamps, they're kind of stickery, but probably best to seal it, and then but what you're gonna do is stick it in this little mold thing, seal your ends, and then put the stuff around it and you turn it back. One thing that I've come up with that I want to try out is literally just painting the tube, like painting a picture or painting something. Now this is Sharpie on this one. I painted it red. I just wanted to see what would happen. And I also wrote on it so I would know what which thing, you know, which stuff this is, this resin is. So the possibilities are really endless with this stuff. And I don't know, a couple other things that you can do that I haven't really even tried yet. You can get carbon fiber, or whatever that is, you know, like the carbon fiber, and then put that around your pen tube and then cast that in there. You can get snake skin. You could do leather. People do yarn. What was the other one that I was going to say? Feathers, like bird feathers and stuff like that. They somehow glue it onto the tube. And I think I mentioned in one of the other videos, the steampunk pens is where people take like watch parts and things like that, but they got to be really thin and they bend them around the tube and then glue them on the tube, then cast that stuff in there, and you got all this kind of steampunkish crazy stuff. So anyway, there's tons of things you can do, and I hope this kind of gives you some ideas. If you haven't started casting anything and you're thinking about maybe, you know, oh, maybe I'll get into it, here's some possibilities. And really this is just kind of the tip of the iceberg, I think, for the most part, because you kind of get into one thing and then, you know, you're working on seeing what, it's like experimenting. You just keep making new experiments in between colors and the types of wood and stuff that you put in there, you know, tons of stuff. So I've been in that realm for the most part. One of these days I'm going to get into this like sticker thing, because if I can nail down the type of sticker that you need and then just print it out on my laser printer, I don't know if that'll work or not. Bubble jet might actually be better for this type of thing, I don't know. But when I figure that out, then I'll just make my own stickers probably, and then I can, you know, make it pretty simple. So tons of stuff you can do. If you have any questions or have any ideas, have any good examples that I missed, definitely leave some comments down below. If you have any suggestions or whatever, any other comments for me, definitely leave those below too. And you can also get a hold of me by email at zach@nvwoodworks.com. And so, like I said, the next video is going to be me showing casting. You know, how do you do it? How do I make? You know, probably I'll do a batch of this white and blue, and it's just going to be acrylic. That's it. So first video, casting acrylic and messing with the dyes so you can color them. So keep looking for that. And if you like these videos and want to see more and want to get notified when the new ones come out, definitely subscribe to my channel. I should be doing these about once a week, give or take, you know, but I want to keep doing these pretty consistently. So definitely sign up and get the subscription going on my channel, and I will see you in the next video, casting acrylics. Thanks for watching.